They're here to party. Hey, and I'm supposed to the city sandwich. What's the name of that place in Tullahoma?
Something like that.
I would like to list a lettuce manufacturer or two.
Yeah. Got it right there.
What, the lettuce manufacturers?
It's on the notes.
Is it really?
It is now. I don't think it's live yet. It may be, but it's not showing. There we go. Yeah, there it is. That's the time.
I know I'm fat. You ain't got to tell me. Hey, how's Jimmy Newton doing?
I think he's good. I saw him commenting on some stuff the other day.
I've been meaning to ask because I hadn't got to talk to him. But I've been wanting to know if he's doing all right.
Yeah, I think so. Well, when he pops on here in a little bit, George, we'll ask him.
Can we let him know that I was already thinking about him?
We can.
Because I want him to know that he's being thought of and good vibes are being sent his direction. Hey, how come nothing's happening over here
Oh, no.
on the book?
What's happening? Hello, mother.
Hello, Father. Done it. Done it. I'm going to wish you the best.
What are you drinking over there?
That's a Dr. Thunder. Ba-boom! It tastes like thunder in your mouth.
Right in your mouth?
Like an explosion of thunder inside your mouth. Well, I thought I'd done this before.
Well,
Hello, Pam. I'm very nice. Very nice of you to say hello to me, and I just wanted you to know that.
I'm very nice.
Well, that too, but I didn't mean to say it like that. Man, what's all?
Very nice. All right. What is it?
I don't know. I like laughing at you.
Okay. Oh, man. Well, Tooth, you ready to do this?
Waiting on you, bud.
All right, everybody. Welcome to the
Next episode.
of the Everyday Joe Show. I'm your host, the Travis Reed. You might have heard of me before.
Yes.
Yes.
At least a couple people have heard of you.
I'll take it. All right, guys, here we are. Studio 11. Got the ACs and fans running. Little warm in here. A little warm.
It feels nice to me. I feel
Doesn't it?
very, very
You
comfortable.
comfortable? Comfortable?
Comfortable.
Well, I'm happy. I'm happy for you. Go ahead.
You've been moving around a lot.
Yeah. Well, I'm sweating. Sweaty and all musty and stuff. That is Tooth. Tooth, how are you now?
Not so bad, you know.
Not so bad, good, and you?
Yes.
What you drinking?
This is Dr. Thunder.
Yeah?
When I was a cheering, I used to drink Dr. Thunder from the Walmarts.
Mm-hmm.
Truth be told, I don't shop at the Walmarts anymore, and that's the reason that I don't drink it now.
Okay.
But this was my favorite when I was a cheering. And this takes me right back to being a cheer. I feel like it's 1999 or 2007.
All the above.
Either one of those, I was on some Dr. Thunder. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
I remember the other can.
Oh, yes, I do too. I do too. Is it good?
God, it's delicious. It's like having an explosion of thunder in your mouth.
It is. Well, don't spit it out. All that thunder in there.
Yeah.
How'd you swallow it?
Whew.
Goodness gracious.
Man, that's good.
Man, ain't it?
What are you drinking?
Dr. Thunder!
Yeah, how's yours taste? Pinky's out, always out.
Man, like lightning.
Well, you can't have thunder without it. You gotta have the lightning to even
Man,
get
it's
thunder.
good, though.
It's better than good, and you have it at the perfect temperature.
I thought so.
Temperature.
I thought it was pretty good. I like doing that, going in and to the grocery store and finding something you used to eat or drink as a children and just getting it for nostalgia's sake. Like, man, I remember I used to. And sometimes it's just as good. Sometimes it's worse.
You better be careful, hon.
Yeah.
Don't do it with a Fig Newton.
No, man, that disappointed me.
Huh?
Tell them about your Fig Newton.
Look, man. When I was a children, the Fig Newton, a cookie's just a cookie. A Newton is fruit and cake. I love the Fig Newtons. We bought some recently, and I can assure you that when I was a children, there is no way that if they tasted like they taste today that I would have eaten them. No way. I think they've reduced the sweetener to some degree. It is not sweet at all. It's nasty. It tastes like stale. Travis, what's in the box?
Oh, don't worry about that. We'll have a hearing about it.
All right, then.
Yeah, that. Because we were talking about the Fig Newton, and they come in this box.
Like that box?
Yeah, it's kind of similar to that box. And they were good. They had the different flavors. Had strawberry. They had my favorite was the regular. I really enjoyed the regular flavor.
Original flavor Fig
Yeah.
Newton.
And they were soft, and they were sweeter, and they were good because they always said it had less sugar in it than like a cookie or this and another. So my little fat butt when I was a child, I didn't feel bad about
Eating all of them. Me
every
too.
one of them
Me too. And me
because
too.
I would.
My grandmother kept them in the house for me.
Yeah, and even the compare to ones, those weren't bad. They were a little staler.
Yeah. The Frog Newtons.
Frog Newtons, yes, they're not big. Mama T, she's looking for some knee-high grape. Couldn't find any.
What?
That's a fantastic drink there,
I
Mama
ain't had
T.
any of that since I was a children at the ball field.
Now,
That's where I had knee-high
Really?
anything, and I hated the peach version.
I didn't mind the peach version. I didn't like was it strawberry or cherry? It was a red one.
I think they had a strawberry too, and I wouldn't drink it either, but I'd drink it before I drink a peach.
Yeah, I like the orange and the grape because there were some gas stations that, different parts of the country, like going to Florida or being in Florida, and they'd have a whole section of knee-highs in all the colors and flavors. Some of them were the same. They had like a pineapple, like a yellow color one, and then once they had a...
If you don't tell me the true answer to this question, we're not friends anymore.
Uh-huh.
When you drink a knee-high grape soda, what did it taste like?
Grape.
Well, I have to accept that because that's what it's called. But
Yeah.
it tasted purple.
Tastes of purple.
You know it, and I know it.
It's purple.
You know it, and I know it.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't exactly taste like. It doesn't exactly taste like a grape. You know what I'm saying? Just like
Yeah.
Bubblicious grape bubble gum doesn't exactly envelop the grape flavor.
Right.
At least not to me. And I've eaten a lot of grapes of a lot of colors, but it does taste purple. Purple drink tastes purple.
I agree. An orange don't taste like an orange. What would you do with that?
Man, it tastes. It.
What's up, Matt Bogle? We're just sitting here boxing out, baby.
Hello, Matt Bogle.
Just boxing out. Thanks for the stars, Mama T. We appreciate you. If you like
Box
what you
this
see,
lap. Box this lap.
box this lap. Box. If you guys like what you see, hit that. Hit them stars for us. We'd appreciate it. Make sure you do like and subscribe to us. Listen to us every Saturday night on 93.9 The Duck. Speaking of 93.9 The Duck and all of our sister stations, one of our superiors had a mishap. So she thinks.
No, look. You did this all wrong.
Okay.
I'm going to start this over for you.
You start it over. You take over.
Let us discuss our boss for a moment.
Okay.
Let us.
Let us.
That's how I would have went into that. That's all I'm saying. I'm giving you a chance. Oh, this is live.
Yes. Let us talk about Holly.
Let us do that. Tell me.
You tell me.
Lead me back in. Now, you got to take back over.
Well, she thought she had a mishap.
Interesting.
I disagree. I don't think she had a mishap.
I have to concur with you because she claims to have used the term lettuce manufacturer in a meeting.
Right.
Instead of saying farms and farmers.
Right.
And there's a whole thing, and she laughs about it, and I think it's funny. And she was like,
Thanks,
whatever
Matt.
the rest of her meme said, it was funny. I laughed. But then I thought about it, and I was like, wait a minute. There are lettuce manufacturers. You can continue to be confident. Like, what do you mean? So I went and did some research. I went further in the hole and was
Right.
like,
You
I'm
wanted
going
to
to
make
find
sure.
out how right I am before I post some stuff that can make me look silly.
Right.
So I look it up, and look, man, there's a ton of lettuce manufacturers, and they are not necessarily farms. Some of them may be farms, no doubt. Some of them have farm in the title, but the ones that don't, one of the big ones, the Dole Food Company, bruh,
They're not farmers.
I mean, they have some farmers, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, if you really get into the research of it, there are companies that focus on various aspects of lettuce production. That's a lettuce manufacturer. It's Googleable. You should Google it. It's worth the Google. She was not wrong. Now, since I don't know the full context of the entire situation, she may still be wrong, but in my eyes, there are lettuce manufacturers. I have proven it. You can't argue with Google.
It's there. Don't make fun of Holly.
I wouldn't.
No.
I think Holly was the only person making fun of Holly at that point in time.
Right.
But
So Matt Vogel wants to know: is there a Devil's Lettuce farm?
I've heard tell that there are different farms, but I don't know about a Devil's Lettuce farm. I've not heard of that one particularly. Beelzebub Buds I've heard of, but I don't know about the Devil's Lettuce farms.
It seemed like a great business for this area. Just want to know where he can buy land for $8,400 an acre around here. Does that say 8,400? I can't see that far. I need some
It says 8,400 an acre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up with the box? I don't know. It just appeared. I don't know what happened. I hadn't opened. It's been sitting there closed for
What
about a year.
box is she talking about?
I don't know.
Me either.
I don't know. It's got tape on it. I've kind of left it alone. I don't want to bother it. What's in it's probably none of my business, so I'm just leaving it alone.
It's just a box.
Just a box. I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. Definitely not making a big deal out of this box.
I mean, why would you make a big deal out of that box?
I'm not going to box myself in
Yeah.
to this one.
You got to think outside the box.
That's why I'm not in it. I'm outside. I'm out. We're both outside the box. That's why this show is the most listened to show on 93.9 The Duck on Saturday nights between 8 and 10. Do you know that?
I did not know
We're
that.
in the number one time slot on 93.9 The Duck on Saturday nights between 8 and 10. We're the most listened to program on there.
Are there any other programs on there during that time slot?
Not during 8 and 10.
Well, yeah. So 60% of the time, it works 100% of the time.
90% of the game's half minute.
This is true, Yogi. Thank you, Yogi.
So, I mean, I spoke no
Mistruths.
mistruths, no lies.
Huh?
Came out of my mouth. That's what it is.
Hmm.
I digress. All right, guys, we'll take our first break of the evening. We got a good show lined up for you. People have been getting into Tooth's head and stealing his ideas.
Well, that's one way to box it up, but I don't know for sure if that's the way I would have done it.
Yeah, well, some people fold boxes different than you do. Some people tape them. Some people put them together and just fold it together.
Yeah.
I had a unique little trip this weekend. Had a good time. I mean, a large time. It was fantastic. And then, other stuff we're not going to box, but there is a country that has a holiday named after a box. Do you know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah, and little people still hating on Caitlin Clark, and I'm about to get on soapbox and tell y'all about it. You're listening to the Everyday Joe Show, brewed by the Common John Brewing Company here on 93.9 The Duck. He's leaving. He's mad. He just quit. He fell. No, he didn't fall. Just gotta. Y'all made him mad. See what y'all did. Dadgummit. Oh, he's back. There he is. Hey, hon.
Had one of them color guard boxes I needed to get sent off.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah. Don't.
Yes, Megan, you are correct. I am not allowed to speak about it, but I can agree with your comment, and only the world can guess which one.
Huh. Well.
78.6% of stats are made up.
Like on the spot.
That's what Chad Hatfield said.
If Hattie says it,
It shall be true.
it shall be true. All right, guys, welcome back to Everyday Joe Show, brewed by the Common John Brewing Company here on 93.9 The Duck, episode 381. That's Tooth, that's me, the Travis Reed. It's a box. It is, it's a box.
Speaking of boxes, do you know that tonight, after this show,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go home, and hopefully my wife will have already unboxed my pizza.
I hope so. I'm glad the pizza comes in a box, because if it didn't,
Well, yeah.
what are you going to do about it?
How would you deliver it?
You can't put it in a bag.
It's not convenient in a bag, especially a hot pizza melting
No.
around in a bag.
Yeah. Ugh.
Gotta have a box.
I mean, get you a spoon or a fork and you go after it, but
Gotta have a
it's-
box.
you gotta have a box. Gotta have a box. So, man, I went on a nice little trip over the weekend.
Travis, hold on.
Yeah.
Where'd you go this weekend? Did you go somewhere? Was it like a cool surprise? Because I heard a cool story, and I heard it was a cool surprise, and you're gonna tell me about it.
I am. So,
No,
what
really.
had happened
Where'd
was...
you go for real?
Huh?
Where'd you,
Well, what had happened was... Yes.
Where'd you get that hat?
Huh? I got
That's
it
a
where I went.
nice hat. Okay. What?
Yeah, I got it where I went. So, we wake up early, take the kids to meet the bus for church camp. We had to get up about 5.
In the AM?
Yeah.
Do what?
Yeah, had to drive to the borough.
On a
Saw Jughead.
Oh, cool, man.
Yeah.
I only saw him last on TV.
Yeah, and I told him that. And he was like, yeah. But anyway, so we drop him off, and we go eat IHOP, come back, and I'm watching like F1 qualifying or something. Nothing on TV. I'm just chilling. I'm catnapping a little bit here and there, just waking myself up snoring about every 5 minutes. Oh. And all of a sudden, Megan goes, hey, you ready to go that race? And I'm like, huh? Because I was just asleep.
You were asleep.
I was asleep.
So you were kind of stunned.
I was asleep.
Sleep.
And I'm thinking she's talking about going to Nashville to watch Queen race, and I'm like, what? She's like, yep, I just bought us tickets to Atlanta race. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess. I don't. And I'm like, immediately, oh my God, what am I going to wear? First thing, I'm like, oh, I don't have a thing clean. I'll just have to put this old number on, And so I'm running around. Well, let's see if we can borrow Mom's car because my car drinks gas. And so I text Mom, hey, can I borrow your car today? She never answered, so I said, screw it. We
Let's
just
go
drove over
get
to
it.
Mom's and commandeered her car. We get there, and I'm putting a battery in her mower, and I was like, hey, I need to borrow your car. When? Now. Where are you going? Atlanta. What? Sure. I was like, all right. So yeah, I didn't plant a seed, but I planted a seed on accident. Because she's like, hey, where's the race at this weekend? I said, well, it's tonight. I said, yeah, I really want to watch it. It's Atlanta. Should be a good race. It's a night race. I was trying to tell her, hey, I don't want to go anywhere tonight. I want to watch it.
You wanted to make sure your butt could be planted on the couch watching this race.
Yeah, and I said, hey, if we'd have known, all this is going to transpire going to the church camp stuff, I said, we should have bought tickets a long time ago, and we could have went down there, just making conversation, wasn't planting a seed.
But you were.
But inadvertently.
Unbeknownst to you.
Yeah, and so wife of the year wakes me up, hey, we go get the car. She's like, hey, we want to stop by this speakeasy thrift store when we get down there. I said, all right. Sounds good. So this thrift store, you had to go through another business and then go through the back door to get to the thrift store.
Like a speakeasy.
That's what it is. How'd you know that?
Well, I've been to a speakeasy in that place in Georgia.
Oh, you didn't go to this one?
No.
Okay. But they've since changed. They got a real door. So we go in there, and I'm expecting, because like this one TikTok girl flew from like Nashville to Atlanta to drive to this TikTok. I would have wanted my money back. It was like an overgrown Goodwill. Wasn't nothing I was expecting to find Brave stuff in there, Atlanta Hawks stuff, racing. No, nothing. Terrible. Anyway, we get in the car, head to the track. And I tell her, me and my dad used to go to this race when I was a kid, when I was a cheerleader.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all back roads. You go the back way. I mean, like you're driving through Hillsboro. You know what I mean? Like the back roads there, like on 127. So we're going. I said, oh, there's a gas station up here. Boom, there's that gas station. I'm like, oh. I said, oh, there's going to be a house up here on the right. I said, we'll have like a little garage attached to it. We're going to have to turn right there. Boom, turn right there. I ain't been on that road since 1994. But I remembered the gas station. I remembered that house. So we get there, get her stuff. She buys me this hat. Chase Sexual now. Watched had good seats, and these people that were in our section, they had their family day there because that company they worked for was sponsoring a car in the race. We accidentally tried to go in their family day. They would not let us. So we're sitting in their section. There's not one person in our row, though. There's people all around us. And it was a extremely diverse section. I had more fun in that section than I've ever had at any section in Nashville, sitting in the stands. They had a ball. Most of them hadn't been to a race. The guy behind me did. He's an old head. We were talking the whole time, man. He was awesome. But the guy over here to my right on the other aisle, he ain't never been, dude, he cheered them on. The first probably 10 laps, he really didn't get into it. But about lap 10, 11, buddy, he's getting up, waving them on, and I mean having a blast and pointing and going, oh, my God, look at this. Because Megan said lap 2, she goes, hey, these boys are racing tonight. And I don't know if anybody let off the throttle. Like, it was insane. Just constant passing. People passing here, bumping here. And like, this is fantastic. Yes, sir.
Travis told me privately that if I had went to this race as my first race, that I'd have been hooked.
There's not a shadow of a doubt. Like, you'd have come out of that box and been like, this is it right here.
Yeah.
Just fantastic race. The people around us were so cool to hang out with. Let me tell you a story about Megan. So she's trying to find bull peanuts. Can't find them nowhere. Had a rain delay for about 30 minutes. She goes off on an excursion trying to find some daggum bull peanuts. Can't find them. Comes back with the soft pretzel with some moose turd in the middle.
Turd.
Yeah. So she eats. She's like, you want it? I was like, no, because we had $10 pizza that was trash. I was full. I was like, no, I don't want it. And so she's got this half-eaten pretzel, and the girl beside her, she goes, hey, honey, y'all want some of this? I'm like, how you going to get somebody a half-eaten pretzel that you don't know? You've never seen this girl before, ever.
She was probably worried they didn't have any snacks or anything.
Well, I'm glad you said that. Because then, after she ate that, she busted open her snack satchel. It was a cooler because you can take coolers in there, so Eli would be more apt to go to this race. And she offered him snacks. Had a little snack box that you could actually open without getting in trouble.
Huh.
And, yeah, she offered him snacks. And the guy behind us makes his own lemonade. It was strawberry lemonade. Hey, man, you want to try some of this lemonade? He's like, it's not spiked. I'm like, well, that's a shame. And he's like, ah! I was like, yeah, I'll try. Homemade lemonade, dude, this, like, strawberry lemonade was fire. Like, he makes it, like, from scratch.
You made friends.
Absolutely did.
You do everywhere you go.
We try.
That's what you do.
I have fun with it. Exciting race. Was not expecting to go to this thing.
Look, man, you took me to a race once.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to two.
Mm-hmm.
You took me to one of them, though, and Eli was with us, and he had the people behind me picking on me.
Yeah.
That was a good time, but not like the good time you had.
No.
That's awesome,
Yeah,
bro.
it was really good. The race was, I had cold chills because it was that, like, the actual racing was that good. No, it was nice outside.
So you were for real. You had to pay for the whole seat, but all you needed was the edge?
I promise you we were sitting on the edge the whole time.
That's awesome, dude.
I'm telling you, man, I was sitting there, and, like, that video she took of me, I was sitting on that. I didn't know she was taking that video. She just thought of it. She's like, oh, him and Eli's always saying it. Let me show a video of him actually sitting on the edge. And I really was, because it was that
Edge of your
exciting.
seat excited.
Yes, and Chase, of course, he's a hometown guy. He won it, and you could hear the fans cheering over the engines.
Was it like Neyland?
Honey, nothing's like Neyland.
Okay.
Don't get it twisted.
Okay.
I know you don't, but there are some people in the sports world that do get twisted. That he's coached places louder than Neyland. No, you haven't. All right, listen to me. You haven't.
Listen to America.
You haven't.
You haven't.
But man, it was good. But waited an hour and a half in the parking lot to leave that joint. And there were some.
Did you have any box snacks with you in the car?
Yes, we still had snacks in our snack box back there, which was good.
Anybody question you about the box on your way in or out?
You know, nobody said a word about that box.
I'll be darned.
Let me rephrase. They did open it, make sure I didn't have any glass in it.
No guns, weapons, surface-to-air missiles.
Exactly. I had my Nerf gun on me, but I'm always packing, so they let it slide. They're like, "No, you good? You got a license for that. It's fine. It's fine." I had a note from my doctor saying, "Hey, he's got to carry this Nerf gun.
Yeah.
It's okay."
PTSD.
Yeah, I've been practicing shooting that Nerf gun. I've been doing online classes, practicing shooting.
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty good.
Top of your class.
Yeah.
Top of your class.
How'd you know?
I just knew.
Oh man, yeah.
I've known you a long time, buddy.
Online's the way to go.
If you're going to do something, do it online. That's what I always say.
I mean, why would you do it?
How do you fix a car? YouTube,
yeah,
online.
I got the patch.
Huh? I'm
So-
YouTube certified.
We're in that daggone parking lot, and like, look, the general rule when you leave somewhere that's overpopulated and crowded,
Unspoken.
you let one go, you go. Let one go, you go. It just makes it so much easier to get out. Now, you got 3 people converging on one spot, and we'll go see who's bigger. And they're and hour and a half later, we finally leave, get out. I don't follow the masses. I kept going straight because I was like, I know where this road.
You said the masses. I heard the masses.
Silent M.
Well, yeah. I heard it more like them.
Yeah, it's on the M was on the V. Because I knew, I was like, this road will take me out to the main road to go. I'll keep going, so miss some traffic. And I did. I had to use the GPS, but I knew if I kept going. Anyway, we're driving back. It's late, Bubba. It's late. I'm sleepy. We stop at the Busey's, at the Buc-ee's.
Where they have the beaver jerkies.
Yes.
And the briskets.
The brisket sandwiches at the bestest.
And the cleanest restrooms this side of the Mississippi.
One reason I go. Clean restrooms every time. So we get to Buc-ee's. I get me a bit. They have Fountain Sundrop there in Georgia at that Buc-ee's. Fountain Sundrop hits. You know what I mean?
It's a true story. Bruh, when I dine at a Subway, I get a Fountain Sundrop because they're one of the only places that I know of that has a Fountain Sundrop.
Yeah. Gotta have it. Gotta have that Fountain Sundrop. I got them, and I got one of them Skinnamin rolls. It's got like 80 pounds of sugar in it.
Yeah.
I was like, this here will wake me up, get me going.
Until you crash out.
Yeah, about Chattanooga. I was like, daggum, hun, I'm struggling.
Didn't you almost miss your exit?
Well, no, I almost wrecked before the exit. Megan don't only know until now, but I veered over and almost hit a tractor trailer. And she's like, did you just switch lane? Nope, no, I'm fine. Everything's good. We're almost home. Yeah. I hallucinated. I saw a truck in front of me going around a curve that was not there. The curve was there, but the truck was not.
So this Skinnamin roll,
Mm.
did it have hallucinogenics? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, I ate some bears on the way back.
Huh.
I don't know, it said Greenbud Lounge on it.
Hallucinogenics is what I was trying
Yeah.
to say.
Yeah.
Oh, you okay? Okay.
Yeah.
So you were probably in the zone.
Yeah. I was almost in the zone.
Didn't you tell me you saw some kind of animal for real though?
I thought I saw a snake.
Wasn't there?
Nope. Sure wasn't, buddy. You ever been so tired you hallucinated while driving?
No, bro, because I had sleep apnea, and I was undiagnosed and didn't have a machine. So what happened to me is I fell asleep while I was driving. There was no in between.
No.
I was awake and then I wasn't awake, and that was the two.
That was it.
That was all.
You had no in-betweens.
None.
No. Man, I hate that.
I mean this. I genuinely mean this. I've never hallucinated that I know of ever.
Yeah. Well, I did for once. It was fun. I don't recommend. It was kind of scary.
The other people I've talked to do recommend. They're like, yeah, you should try this.
They-
And I still haven't.
Well, they ate different things. I just ate a cinnamon roll that come out of a box.
Maybe it was something in the box.
Could have been something in the box. Could have been a tainted box. I don't know. But we made it back safe and sound about 4 in the morning. What'd I say?
You're good. Keep going.
Yeah. Did I say a bad word?
No, it was funny
Okay.
though.
Yeah, about 4 in the morning. We got home. Took a shower. And slept till about 11.
A.M.
Yeah. I don't think I moved. But I tell you what, it was awesome. It was an awesome surprise. Wife of the year give us some tickets to Hotlanta. I recommend if you've never been to go. It was fun. People watching was fantastic. Fantastic. I mean, there were some out there, buddy.
Listen, Landon, listen. Megan, if you're out there, I also give Wife of the Year awards, and it doesn't have to be to my wife. I can give Travis's wife a Wife of the Year award.
I didn't know you could do that.
It's in my clause in my contract.
In your friend contract.
Yeah, it's in a clause in my contract.
Daggum.
So if you want to, you are absolutely welcome to invite me to go to a race or whatever you want to take me to do.
You're down.
It's fine because it's in the contract
It's right there.
clause.
I didn't know. I'll make sure she knows that.
Yeah,
She'll go
it's
back and listen.
Section G, Article 2B, Amendment A.
Oh, it's way down in there.
It's in there.
Okay.
Look, y'all signed it.
We did.
When the nuptials happen, it's
It's
common
signed.
sign law right there, huh?
There it was. Huh.
Common law sign.
Huh. Oh man, yeah, it was fun, man. We had an absolute blast. Our seats were fantastic. Cheap seats too. were not expensive.
And you said it was a really, really great view of the whole.
The whole track, man. And we had these ladies down to the left of us. They looked to be mid to late 50s. They brought their dad with him. He looked to be around 70-ish, late 70s. Had a Napa hat on, like an old Napa hat. Not like old, like late 80s old. That's old. And they had their Chase Elliott shirts on, and they weren't drinking. Not alcoholic beverages was consumed by them ladies or that gentleman. He had his binoculars out the whole time. They cheered on Chase every single lap. I'm pretty sure they're the reason why he won.
You didn't see our friend there, Miss NASCAR?
No, I thought I did, and I literally stopped going down. I was like, oh, no. Oh, it's not her.
No way that's her. Like, that would be.
Dude, I pulled my phone out to take a picture and send it to you. Look who's here. But she got up, and from the side, I was like, oh, that's not her. Okay. Yeah.
Love her.
Oh, man.
She's great.
She is. So that was my good surprise, man. I had it was awesome. Is what it was.
Did you have a good time?
Oh, large time.
That's all
Large
that
time
matters.
to be had, dude. So
What matters? Good time.
good time.
I think there's too much sugar in those, and I think I have a sugar buzz.
Yeah. Are you high?
Something's wrong with me.
Yeah. You need to go?
No, but I mean, maybe my sugar has spiked. Something's wrong with me,
Yeah.
for real.
You okay?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not hospitalization wrong.
Oh, okay.
but Definitely something a little shaky and
Yeah.
edgy.
All right. Well, be careful. Walk around the boxes.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, guys. Take another break. We're gonna talk people getting a tooth head, and Tooth. He makes things happen in his brain. He made a song play 3 days in a row. And then I'm going to rap about Kate and Clark a little bit later. We got some lunchtime theater music of the week, a little Common John update for you. And, boy, this update, I'm hungry. Again, they're killing me here. You're listening to the Everyday Joe Show, brewed by the Common John Brewing Company here on 93.9 The Duck. All right, guys, welcome back to the Everyday Joe Show, brewed by the Common John Brewing Company here on 93.9 The Duck. Episode 381, and on my paper, I only wrote 81.
Well, we're 300 more than that.
Well, come on. Coming up on 410 years, baby. That's Tooth. That's me, the Travis Reed. So, we're talking at work the other day, and good old Tooth here was telling a little story at his house with his daughter and his daughter's friend about how something weird happens. And then the song.
Sarah.
Yeah.
Sarah was there. Kim's friend, Sarah,
Yeah,
from Canada.
in Canada. Okay.
And my daughter was talking, and Sarah, whatever strange was brought up, Sarah immediately jumps into California Dreaming. All the leaves are brown. And of course, I chime right in behind her, and I was like, that's crazy.
And the sky's gray.
She's not wrong. If you think about a lot of different scary movies or whatever, a normal but yet weird scene will happen, and that song will play in the background. It'll be like, all the leaves are brown. So she did it. It was on time, like perfect timing to use that correlation to what we're talking about. First thing the next morning, I'm getting in the truck to come to work, and Free Beer and Hot Wings are always on my radio because it's on 1029. It's just, that's where it's at. So when I get in the mornings, that's what's on. I mean, no sooner did I shut the door, they were playing Decca Smash. And no sooner did I shut the door, Kelly Cheese, somebody said California Dreaming and was singing that, all the leaves are brown. That was one of the songs in Decca Smash. And I was like, no freaking way. And like when Sarah did it, it was weird because that song had been in my head, literally. And then when she did it, I was like, man, that's weird. That song's been in my head for like a day. Like all day yesterday, weird. That song's been in my head. You just sang it, perfect use, but still weird. Get in the truck, it's on the radio, weird. Today, you say something, and it was like, perfect play again. So when you said what you said, I just went, all the leaves are brown. And it was perfect. And dude, I don't know why that keeps happening, but there's oftentimes I've told you I'll think about something or I will have said something to you and the next day it will happen. I'll be talking to you about so-and-so or such and such, and the next day here they'll come. Like, it just happens.
You think you got powers?
No, but it happens a lot to me. And I think if somebody was researching statistically how much it happens to the average person, I would be outside of the average range.
Think so?
I do believe that. It happens more often to me than some, I think.
And along those lines, we talked several times in private and on the show about how you'll think of something and then like, oh, that's a good idea, or man, that's funny. We might say it on here, we might say it together at work, and then all of a sudden somebody else says it, and you're like, how? Because that happened to you, because one of your sayings that you stole from someone.
So this guy, Dustin Richards, he's a really cool dude. Mike Richards' son. Met him in Murfreesboro while I was working for the Napa there. And perfect use one day. I asked him something, and his response was, well, it's hard to say not knowing. And it made me laugh. I cackled. It was hilarious.
I chuckle every time you say it.
And because he used it perfectly, and it was like, what am I going to say back to that? It's a smart aleck answer, but at the same time, is it?
It's hilarious.
So this morning, I'm on my way to work listening to the Free Beer and Hot Wings show, and whatever was said, and Kelly Cheese's response was, well, it's hard to say not knowing. Huh?
Stealing your stick.
Like, I use that all the time now. It's hard to say not. Of course, I shorten it up and make it country. Hard to say not knowing.
Yeah.
She said it's hard to say not knowing. And I'm just like, why is everybody taking everything from me?
I think it's because they're listening. They're watching the show. Isn't that weird how that happened? Because we've
It's happened a lot here where I've said something and you've said something on a night, the next morning being, what? And it's not during the replay.
Mm-mm.
This is at 5 a.m. They start at 5 a.m. in the morning time. A.m. here. 5 a.m. it's starting.
Isn't that crazy? Like, you know it's coincidence. Well, one with more times than not, it's a coincidence. But it makes you think, like, man, how? Okay, I'm not saying they are listening and
it's
stealing.
not like they've got something in the box just recording us
Right.
for their, own benefit.
Exactly. Right. But how crazy is it that two people in the same industry say the same thing a day or 2 days later? Basically that's what it is. They're thinking you're on the same wavelength as some of those people. It's just weird. Like, how does that happen with all the people in the world, all the people in this country, all the people that do radio, how does that happen? Like, it's nuts. Just makes the world a little smaller, as Greg Jones says. I think it's neat, but still, but I also like doing they stole my stuff. I love doing that because they didn't, but I want to say that
they might have.
They might have.
They might. We don't know for sure beyond the shadow of a doubt.
And there was something we got on one night. It was a topic. 5 business days later, a big radio station, and I think this was before we were on radio, a big radio station did the exact same topic.
So I was going to bring that up. Not that, but that. Me personally, have kind of always been in a one lane. This is what I listen to when it comes to a radio channel. You know, I would switch back and forth to 3 or 4, but for the most part, it's on one station. And when I was younger, that was 103.3 KDF when it was rock. And the night that it switched over, I listened to its closing time until they switched over, and it was all night long. Then it was 102.9, and it's been 102.9 almost my whole life, like literally. So that being said, for a long time I was very biased because all I heard was one show. Well, then that show left, and I heard a new show. So now I've got that as something to gauge. Well, then I get in a relationship, and this woman loves the Bobby Bones show. So I've heard a lot of that throughout time now, different channels, different stations. I remember 105.9 used to have a show. I don't know, was it Rick and Bubba? Somebody had a Rick and Bubba. There's been different shows that I've listened to throughout my history growing up as far as morning time talk shows, whether it be with my parents. And when I gauge all that together, they're all similar.
Yeah.
They're all similar. The radio stations are different. The music they're playing is different. Their guests might be different based on what the channels they're on. But the show, the outline, if you will, is pretty much the same across the board. And whatever is in the news and in the now, it's what they're going to talk about. Some are going to get there quicker than others.
True.
And sometimes there have been times where we have been a little quicker than the show that I listen to most regularly. But that being said, I can own that there have been times where I have 100% stolen what I heard that morning to use that night.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And they're probably, and those guys at the Free Beer and Hot Wings show are probably having the same conversation we're having about us stealing their stuff. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Probably haven't got a cease and desist. Let's start stealing from Josh and Holly.
Well, all I know is there's manufacturers of lettuce. You can get a lettuce, any kind, shredded, head. They're manufacturers.
They got to go through a manufacturing plant to go from lettuce to the bag.
That's a true story. Dole Food Company.
And it's good lettuce. It's fine.
It's great lettuce.
It's fine.
They may have dozens of farms and millions of farmers. Millions of farms for even, but they still come through a manufacturing plant.
And it's a manufacturing process because they have to take it from a whole head of lettuce to shredded.
Or to the mixed, or to whatever.
A salad in a bag, salad in a box, whatever.
You're welcome, Holly.
That's right. We got your back, homie.
Stay confident, Queen.
We got your back. We got it. So yeah, I just think it's just fascinating to see how people think the same or be on the same wavelength and not like interact at all.
It's almost like there are so many people that are in like a box.
Yes. We're all in this big box with tape on it.
But you know, there are so many people that don't think that same wavelength and don't have that, so they're outside that box.
Yes.
They're in another box.
They're in a different box that you can look in. Yeah, it's weird. I think it's neat. But so Tooth, big Caitlin Clark fan.
I mean, I am because she's my daughter.
And the one that spells her name with the C.
That one's a K.
That's a K. Daughter. That's Caitlin. That's Mick.
But no, I am a huge fan at this point. And look, you already know, if it wasn't for Caitlin Clark, what would I even know about the WNBA? What's that?
Exactly. So the All-Star voting is up. July 19th in Indianapolis, so that's where she plays her home game. So it'll be sold out. So they do all-star voting with fan, player, and media, I believe, is how they do it.
I was reading it.
I'm sorry, he was reading the screen, and I like, oh, you can't read it no more. I was being a jerk. I do remember the numbers as far as what place she came in the voting. So the fan vote, she got number 1, which I think is fair. You know, there's other really good players out there, but I think she's standing out. The media vote, she only got 3rd, which some of the media in their voting, as we can attest to, the Baseball Hall of Fame is atrocious. It's ridiculous. Like Ken Griffey Jr. is not a unanimous Hall of Famer. What kind of crap is that? Yeah, one guy like, nah, we're not gonna put Ken Griffey Jr. in here, bruh. You've lost.
What is even wrong with you?
Yeah, but let's put Mariano Rivera in there.
Who?
Yeah.
See, I don't know who that is.
Yeah. Hey, he was a great closer.
Do you know who I do know who he is?
Ken Griffey Jr. Yes. So she got 1st in fan, 3rd in the media.
Bro, she got 9th in the players' ballot. That raises some huge questions for me.
Jealousy is a hell of a drug.
So there's that. That's one side of it. Okay. I do believe that maybe because of how much the media pushes her and things, that maybe there is some jealousy in there. But then I have to, the rational mind in me has to at least question, or is it like in draft day when they're talking about Bo Callahan and trying to find the one thing wrong with him, and then they finally figure it out. He ain't really got any friends, right? Because he's not really honest.
Right.
Am I thinking of the wrong movie?
No, that's it.
Okay. So I have to ask, is she the common denominator, and it's not jealousy? Is it the way she carries herself behind the scenes on the court, or the way she carries herself from a competitive standpoint? I have to at least ask. There may not be a thing, not in area 1. And that's fine. I'm not questioning, like, if you tell me that I'm wrong or that there is none, I'm not saying I'm right or wrong. I'm just saying you have to have that devil's advocate, if you will.
You have to have a discussion about it. You have to. I think, all right, she's averaging 18.2 points, 5 boards, and 8.9 assists per game. She's missed 7 of the first 16 games due to an injury. 3-point shooting's down from last year, and her scoring. She also leads the WNBA in turnovers per game. Almost 6. Okay. That's probably got a little bit to do with it. Now, the fan vote, she's going to win. She's going to get it. I understand that. Media vote, look here. You, in the media, wouldn't really have much to talk about. Hang on, daughter's texting me. If it wasn't for Caitlin Clark, if you're covering the WNBA. Now, the players, maybe they took more into account, and some of the media, about her numbers being down. But still, 9th? You tell me there's 9 better shooting guards out there than Caitlin Clark?
I don't believe it.
No. And you know, Tooth saying about he wouldn't know about the WNBA if it was for Caitlin Clark. And you know, our boss at the store, Ben, dude, he watched the WNBA game the other night that Caitlin Clark wasn't even in.
There you go.
It wasn't her team was not even playing.
But can we still not thank her for making me interested in watching the other games?
Exactly. And all these girls, you know, they talk about jealousy and this, that, and the other. They're the reason why their salaries are going up. They're the reason why there's more eyes on your game. Quit being so that. Don't be hating. Good Lord. Just like with Jordan. Jordan put more eyes on the game in his heyday. Those guys benefited from it. And a lot of them will tell you, yeah, we benefited from Jordan. More people came to our games.
Hey, you can even go back and look in those years of his first retirement, leaving, playing some baseball for a while, and coming back. You can go back and look at a decline in viewers
Yeah.
from exit to reentry, right?
Right.
That speaks for itself.
That speaks volumes, is what that does. I think it does. So
That's one of those, like, that word was in my head. I started to say that speaks volumes for itself, but I thought, nah, I'll just say that speaks for
Yeah.
itself. And then you said volumes. So we were talking about that earlier, and it just right now
see,
happened.
look at there. That's scary. We did it today at work too. It's kind of weird.
It's weirding me out.
It is. I'm sorry. But anyway, stop hating on Caitlin Clark. So I can't wait to watch that All-Star game. I hope she lights it up.
Can I ask you a question? Because I'm not smart enough
you
to
can.
sport.
You can.
When it says that her her scoring and 3-point shooting, 29.5% are down from last year,
Mm-hmm.
is that taking into account that she's missed 7 games?
No, it's the average. It's
Based on the games she's played only.
correct.
Okay.
Correct.
That's what I needed to know.
Yeah.
Because
No.
I was about to be like,
You were about to call somebody, wasn't you?
uh-huh.
And it wasn't Ghostbusters.
I was going to write a letter.
Write a letter. All capital letters.
All caps.
Dadgum, he's mad.
Exclamations.
All right, guys, taking a break. We come back. We got your Common John update for the week, and it looks fantastic. I hope you go visit their page and just look at this stuff. I mean, just look at it.
I want that.
Yes. That looks fantastic.
Goodness gracious.
Yes. I bet that would fit in this box right here.
Guaranteed.
Oh, I'd eat it out of the box. You hear me?
I mean, I know. I heard you. You hear
Yeah,
me?
listen to me. You're listening to the Everyday Joe Show.
Jimmy
Brewed by
Newton.
the Common John Brewing Company here on 93.9 The Duck. Jimmy Newton on here with us?
He just came in. Jimmy Newton's
What
watching.
up, Jimmy Newton? How you feeling, buddy? Let us know.
You have to go back and look at the beginning, Jimmy. I've done asked about you.
Let us.
I've been worried about you. I want you to let us know.
Let us pray. All right, guys, welcome back to Everyday Joe Show. Brewed by the Common John Brewing Company here on 93.9 The Duck, episode 381. That's Tooth. That's me, the Travis Reed. Been here all night. Be here for a little while longer. All right, guys, now time for your Common John update. Let me go ahead and tell you what you need to do. If you're not at Common John, get on your Facebook page and go to their. Get on your Facebook. Go to their Facebook page and just look at the new creation that the mess hall has come up with. Let me tell you what. So we got this meatball sub with provolone cheese. They're calling it the Great Balls of Fire. Man, that jumps off the page, don't
I'm
it?
starving.
Dude, oh my goodness. That looks fantastic.
Big Deborah approves.
Yeah. Then they got the loaded lyrics, pulled pork nachos with the trimmings. That right there is just going to be a meal. I mean, that looks fantastic. Goodness. Whew. They,
I'm hungry.
man, they going to have to start delivering over here or something during this show.
That looks amazing. Great Balls of Fire looks amazing.
It does,
That,
man.
that middle picture down there that you ain't clicked on
Yeah,
yet,
that one.
with the dogs. Oh my God, that looks amazing.
The Southern Shame, 2 hot dogs, no chips. That's got Tooth and myself written all over it. Don't need them chips. Give me 2 hot dogs.
Comfortably numb hot dog with bacon and beer cheese.
Oh, what are you talking about?
I'd
I
get
ain't
2
making
of
that far
those.
yet.
I'd get 2 of those.
Man. Then you got the bologna and cheese. It's not soon to be world famous.
It
Well,
is now.
They're calling that
And
the
it's a hard day's night.
And then they got the traditional End of Club, turkey ham BLT.
Where can you find me? Find me
In the club, bottle full of bub. Man, dude, the guys at the mess hall they're killing it. That just looks great. Then you got the sharp dressed 3 pimento cheese sliders. Well, they went out of the box on that one.
Oh, pepperoni and cheese top pretzel, bro.
Yeah, with a little side of marinara sauce. And their marinara sauce is complete
cheese and
fire.
pita medley, poultry jam session, chicken salad and pita chips. Bruh,
Dude.
I'm going back.
All right, we're done. See y'all.
I got to go. Holla.
Funky chicken wrap full of veggies. I don't even like veggies. That looks good.
I just want to go eat.
God, boy, they said big things were coming, and they were not lying.
I'm fixing to come in there and eat.
Man, pepperoni and cheese top pretzel with the side of marinara. What are you talking about?
I was pumped up about my new diet, and now it's gone.
It's gone.
I ain't even started.
You gained weight looking at that,
I'm
didn't you?
fat now. I was fat before, and I'm fatter now.
Oh, my goodness.
What?
Oh, man. Oh, look at there. How about that? Don't forget, guys. Family Reunion Beer Fest, last beer fest on earth is coming. Don't miss out on savings. The early bird pricing ends July 15th, so you guys need to get on that. Family Reunion Beer Fest. If you've never been, you have absolutely missed out. It is a fantastic time. Good music, good beer all day long.
This is so great.
They're
playing off the Toxic Mutant.
Love it. You got Christian, the Sour Mutant. Love that stuff. Y'all really need to go check out their Facebook page. They are they're killing it. They're knocking it out of the daggum park. Just don't get stuck on their on the food because it's easy to get stuck on that one. That's for sure. So y'all go check Common John Brewing Company out, 210 Woodbury Highway in Manchester. Singo every Wednesday night. You got karaoke Thursday. You got music Friday or Saturday, sometimes Friday and Saturday. They got a little wine. Talk to me.
They got whiskey. Bet me money.
I won't do it.
You know how I know?
Tell me.
Because I had Jack and Cokes.
Man, that changed the game for you driving.
I am no longer the guaranteed DD.
Not anymore.
It's out the window. I'll have to call for a ride.
Well,
I'll be choosy.
You will.
I'll be choosy.
Absolutely.
You got to think outside the box.
You absolutely have to think outside the box. Because you don't, you're just stuck. You're just stuck. Yeah, man, that's let's talk about these loaded lyrics. These pulled pork nachos are trim. We got pulled pork stacked high with white queso, fire roasted corn, black beans, diced tomatoes, green onions, little cheese, and a barbecue drizzle. Whew, sounds like a pretty good shareable item, but I ain't sharing that with nobody. You hear me?
No, I ain't having it. But I'll take a melty meatball sub layered with provolone and serve with Parmesan and red pepper packets to bring the heat.
Heat. Man.
Son.
Great balls of fire.
This is just me. I'll order a Great Balls of Fire and some beer cheese, and I will mix it.
I bet you will.
I'll dip it.
I'll order the Great Balls of Fire and the pepperoni
pretzel.
Mm-hmm. I'll have that all together.
I'm having it. Let's go.
What's it, the hot-blooded? Yeah, hot-blooded.
Hot-blooded!
Check it and see.
Who sang that, Travis?
Oh, that's Foreigner.
Yes, it was.
That's right. Got a fever of 103. Man, I'm hungry. So they got they've had some good music. They got the Leonard Skinner tribute band coming up soon.
And I've heard nothing at all but great things.
It was a party last year. Had a fantastic time. I wish I could say fantastic one more time.
Fabulous.
Fabulous. Travulous. But it is what it is. August Lowe's was there. They just played in McMinnville the other night. Battle of the Bands. Guess who won?
August Lowe's.
August Lowe's.
I wonder why.
Well, because they're freaking awesome.
They're great.
You were there, saw them firsthand.
Saw them, dude. Saw them, and they did excellent live. They did excellent hooked up, amped up. That's the way to see them. They're definitely what they describe themselves as. The grunge,
Southern grunge.
The grunge is there. The Southern is there. I love the sound that they are putting out.
Yes. Jimmy Newton on our Facebook live feed, he said Tooth will dip everything in beer cheese.
Well, that's not wrong. That's not wrong.
All true statements there, Jimmy. I've seen him do it. And I'll probably see him do it again.
I'll do it. I'm so hungry right now. You know,
you don't even know.
I would kill for some beer cheese because I'm going home to eat a DiGiorno's pizza right out of the box into the oven.
Yeah, and you'd want that.
Dip the DiGiorno's into the beer cheese, dude. It's heaven on earth.
Take that beer cheese out of the box, heat it up.
You know what else is good?
What's that?
That white cheese you get at the Mexican restaurant.
queso.
Dip that pizza in that.
Ooh, I bet that is good.
It's fire.
I bet it'd be good with a pizza with some jalapenos on it.
Yes.
Mm.
How's that taste?
Oh man, it still tasted fantastic.
It's like a storm.
Dr. Thunder. All right, guys, take another break here. We come back. We've got a little bit of music of the week, some lunchtime theater, a little bit of Travis talk later, and then we'll wrap this bad boy up.
Sweet.
You're listening to the Everyday Joe Show, brewed by the Common John Brewing Company here on 93.9 The Duck. All right, guys, welcome back to the Everyday Joe Show, brewed by the Common John Brewing Company here on 93.9 The Duck, episode 381. That's Tooth. That's me, the Travis Reed. Now time for the lunchtime theater. What have you got for us, Tooth? What you been watching?
Bro, I'm going to talk about it. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to jump right out.
Listen to me.
F1 movie.
Yeah.
Oh. Listen, man, it is what it is, but I loved it. I think it was great. Caitlin went with us. We went to the drive-in and watched it, Kim and I and Caitlin, and we loved it. I think it was great. Brad Pitt did a great job. The movie's great. The plot's great. It's great. It's great. Yes, if you've seen Driven or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
with
Sly.
Sylvester Stallone,
Mhm.
Drive, Driven, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
If you've seen that movie, you may find some similarities to some degree, but not really. But yeah, you know, it's a little different. But it's great. Lewis Hamilton produced it.
Yeah, he was one of the producers. Sir Lewis Hamilton.
Sir Lewis Hamilton, I'm sorry. It was really, 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 really good. I did not go into it knowing a ton about F1, but I do have to say, and I have to say it. Thank you, Travis. Travis let me borrow his F1 2021 PlayStation 5 game. I decided to start playing it after visiting our friend Justin Hobbs and playing his 2025 F1 game. I was like, I'm going to go home and play mine now, Travis's. So I go home and I start doing the breaking point mode, which is like story mode for the people who don't know. And I really enjoy it. Well, then Kim and I go with Caitlin to the F1 movie, and every time they come up to a new race and a track's on the screen, I'm like, I raced there today. I raced it. And, of course, they finish in Abu Dhabi. That's where they always finish.
Yep,
I
every time.
learned that. I learned that from racing and watching this F1 movie. So, like, when they get to that race, I was like, Kim, this is the race that I won today, like, first place. And, like, Casper retired when I finished this race, but he helped the kid. I lived this movie today. And she, of course, laughed, and Caitlin's laughing. But y'all don't understand, bro. I'm in this chair, in this cockpit, my simulator.
You're an F1 car.
I'm in an F1 car at that point. I was the old man, Casper, helping the young guy, Aiden, come up the ranks for a little while. And then I was Aiden coming up the ranks. So I lived the movie from both perspectives.
So you're like an expert on the movie.
Dude, I learned a lot about F1 in a couple days. I didn't know how much playing that game was going to help me by watching when I watched the movie, but I learned a lot.
I'm excited to see this. Really excited.
You need to watch it.
Yeah, I love me some F1, man. And to see it in person, I got to go watch practice for a little bit. Awesome. So I'm fired up to watch this.
Man, we're talking about practice.
We're talking about practice.
What?
We're talking about practice.
Also, real quick, Sarah was in town visiting with Kim, and we were having a good time. And last night they made me watch something about romance scammers.
Yeah.
I don't remember what platform they were watching, but it was a couple different maybe episodes about romance scammers and this guy from like cybersecurity getting involved and helping them investigate, and the police. And the guy that was, the pictures were being used to scam all these other people. This guy's like, finds out that his pictures are being used, so now he's involved. And
Right.
I don't recommend it.
Do not recommend. No.
It's not my favorite, but I enjoyed being with the ladies and enjoyed watching it with them.
I went old school. Couldn't really find. Well, I did watch the Poop Cruise train wreck. That was. I couldn't imagine.
I also watched that because of you. I watched it the other day.
Yeah, it was all right. It could have been better. It was terrible, but you know what I mean. Like their situation's terrible. But I went old school and I watched The Beastmaster with Mark Singer. Tanya Roberts,
You went all the way old.
the dad from Good Times, Rip Torn.
Good time. Rip Torn, man.
Rip Torn. That's his unborn son. Oh yeah, that's
If you can
great.
dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Dodge a ball. I when I was a kid, I had that movie recorded on VHS from HBO. And during the summer, if it wasn't outside, which I was outside most of the time, but if it wasn't outside, I would, if it was raining or whatnot, I'd be watching Beastmaster. And not because the two scenes in there with stuff, but I thought I was the freaking Beastmaster. Like, I go outside and find me a sword. S word. And I'd be the Beastmaster. And I'd try to talk to the Blackbirds they don't listen very well. I'll say that. They're no fun to play Beastmaster with. Do not recommend. It's terrible.
Were you fully developed?
I don't think my skull hadn't attached
I'm not sure
yet.
you're fully developed now.
Yeah, maybe not. My skull hadn't attached at the top yet, I don't think. But anyway, it was on Tubi. And Tubi's got some cool old shows and old movies on it. They got ads in it, but they're like 30 seconds. The ones in the Beastmaster was. Probably because, nobody's going to watch this. We'll just put 30-second ads in this bad boy. I watched Barbarians on Tubi. You ever watch that one? With the two twin brothers, they're bodybuilders. It is a horrible movie. I recommend watching it, though.
All right.
Yeah, it's just one of those you're like, geez, that is so bad. So bad. Can't turn it off.
Hope my friends watch it so we can talk about it later.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Terrible person.
I'm going to text two to him to watch this.
Hey,
and
man,
then-
check out Barbarians.
And then he's not going to talk to me for 6 weeks because I made him watch it.
Man, when I was a kid, I was into the what was it, Three Ninjas?
Yeah.
They had like 3 different movies. I
Mhm.
went to the movie theater to see the third one for sure.
I know. I was big into American Ninja.
Yeah.
That's on Tubi. I have it over there somewhere. I have it on VHS. Grand bought it for me.
Probably one of them boxes.
It is one of them boxes over there. You're exactly right. Exactly right. Jimmy, apparently he knows so many tracks from playing Forza.
So I wanted to talk to him about Forza. What Forza are you playing, Jimmy? Are you playing Forza like Forza Horizon 5, the new one that just came out? Because if so, teach me how to get to those tracks because I've got it and it's not
It's not what he thought it was going to be.
it's not what I thought it was going to be.
I feel bad for recommending it.
Yeah.
I really do. I feel bad for recommending that.
It's
game.
just not what I thought it was going to be, and I need to give it another shot.
Another shot. Well,
I enjoy the Hot Wheels track.
Yeah, it looked fun.
It was fun.
It looked fun. So music of the week. Moving right along.
Bruh.
Man, you let me listen to this one. Is this the one we're doing?
Yeah, we're doing it.
You let me listen to this one before we started the show, and for me, we have very different musical taste. That's a banger for me.
I'm pretty sure Alexis sent it to me.
I love it.
But I have to agree. Like I said going in, I was like, Travis, I think you'll like this one. I don't think you'll like this other one. And the one I think you'll like, you said, hey man, I like that. It's got a groovy beat. It's got a bluesy beat, but yet a rocky, grungy sound when he gets into the, I don't know. It's just cool, and it's a groovy song. So I was impressed that Travis did like it. That really made me feel great. But it's by a guy named Cade, K-A-D-E, Cade Allen, and the song's called A Baby A. And it's on Two's Picks, man. I say give it a listen. I think it's worth a good listen.
It was pretty rocky. That's what the guitar kind of. I was like, yeah, I can groove to that. I think it was a fantastic song. There we go, fantastic. Every time I say fantastic, take a shot. It's gonna be a fantastic night. There, this podcast I listen to sometimes. This one guy says, "Oh, and to your point," and he says it like 80 times a show. Well, now it's a drinking game. And another podcast I listen to, he says, for sure. And that's become a drinking game. Eli says for sure a lot.
For sure.
For sure. So, Two's Picks.
Man, you can find Two's Picks by going to Spotify, or you can go to our website, www.everydayjoeshow.com. If you do that, there's a link for Music of the Week. You can click on it. Takes you right to Two's Picks, right to the song. if you decide to click on Toothpicks like you like it, every week I put a song out.
Yeah.
Like there's a ton of music on there. There's hours and hours worth of music. I try to keep it for the masses for the most part. There's been phases where I've went back in time and done some stuff from the 70s or whatever we were doing at the time.
I like when you do
But
that.
for the most part, I try to keep it open for the masses. I want most people to be able to enjoy it and not have to skip a bunch of music.
Right.
I had a lady one time think that I listen to nothing but heavy metal, so that means that Toothpicks has got to be a bunch. There's like no heavy metal on Toothpicks. Like maybe a song that's a little heavy.
Yeah.
But there's nothing on there. There's not one thing on there that I can think of that you just can't understand if you're not trying to listen, or that's just bang your head, make you kind of anxious. No,
it's not there.
I don't think so.
It's not there. It's like if I would have compiled this list, it would have been vastly different. There would have been heavy metal and a lot more rock. So if that's not your jam, then Toothpicks probably is your jam.
Something I almost would be willing to bet that 85% of the population can find something on Toothpicks that they're like, hey, I like this.
Yeah, I agree.
And probably more than one something, but at least one something.
Yeah. That's the true state. That's the truest thing you said all night.
I mean, that's a pretty good statistic made up on the spot, but I believe wholeheartedly that 85 or better of the world's population could find something. Let me make it a little better. 85% of the United States population.
I was thinking like 78.6.
That's probably cool too.
Yeah, that's what Hattie said, 70.6. So, but anyway, I kind of stepped out of the box on that one, so I apologize for that one. So y'all go check out Toothpicks, Spotify, our website. Like, subscribe, get notified every time he puts a new song up. You could drive to like Miami and not repeat a song. That's kind of what we had figured out.
It's
a ton, dude.
There's a lot on there, dude. Like,
and we didn't start this until I don't know, episode 40 or 50. I mean, it's been going on. It's been going on a while, but it's not been from the inception.
there's 20 hours and 18 minutes.
That's a lot, man.
I mean, that is a lot.
To not skip a song on one daggum playlist, that's pretty good, Bubba. Pretty good. All right, guys, take another break. We come back. We got some Travis talk, and then a little bit later, we'll. I got to get a Bonnaroo text today. We'll tell how stupid those people are. You're listening to the Everyday Joe Show, brewed by the Common John Brewing Company here on 93.9 The Duck. Jimmy says no horizon.
I saw that.
What were you pointing at? You were like, oh, what?
51 episodes.
It was 51 episodes?
We have 330 Toothpicks. So somewhere around 51
51.
episodes.
I said 30. Yeah, that's close. Not bad.
Because I know there's a few weeks where I might have done more. And there's a few weeks where there's got to be a couple where there was not one.
Oh, I'm sure. All right, guys, welcome back to the Everyday Joe Show, brewed by the Common John Brewing Company here on 93.9 The Duck, episode 381. That's Tooth. That's me, the Travis Reed. We're having a boxing good time here. Do you know Boxing Day? Isn't that Canada? Or is that England?
England has Boxing Day.
Boxing Day. Yeah.
And what day is that, Travis?
Thanksgiving, isn't it? Or the day after Christmas?
I want to say that it's the day after Christmas.
I think you're right. Let's put this in the old Google machine and see what results we get. Yep, Friday, December 26th this year, 2025. Yeah, so Boxing Day.
Because they put all the stuff back in the boxes.
Mm-hmm. Some people have Unboxing Day. Just depends on, I guess, where you're at.
What location?
Yeah.
What exact longitude and latitude point you might be.
Yeah. There's boxes everywhere.
Can determine.
Yeah, there's boxes all over the place.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
Yeah.
There are some cities that are basically boxed into sections.
They are. You ever seen that from a plane? The first time I saw it, went to land in Detroit. and it was December 31st of 1999. And we go land
Were
in
you going to see Kiss or Metallica?
Metallica. Seven Dust, Kid Rock, Ted Nugent, and Metallica.
I knew that, but I was trying to give the audience a guess.
Yeah. Well, they knew.
Multiple choice.
Well, I mean, at that time, I was a huge Kiss fan, too. So you're
And Detroit Rock City.
exactly.
When you think about it.
Exactly.
So.
And they played Detroit Rock City that night. But
And I also knew that because you told me that story.
I've told you that story probably 702 times. I have that live version on CD, the whole concert. It's terrible quality.
But back to landing on the boxes.
Landing, and we're flying over Detroit and Squirrel. And you're like, this is this one big box with, like, it is perfect squares. It looks so depressing. I was like, oh my gosh, that is terrible. And there's a lot of houses in this thing. It blew my mind because I was 21 at the time.
Right.
I've really never been anywhere, been Florida or whatever, but
Not from a plane.
no, not from a plane. I'm like, oh, that is horrible. That's all just, everybody's got the little square, little boxes all throughout that neighborhood. That is atrocious. I felt so bad for them. But, yeah, it was weird. So, yeah, so cities are boxes. Some of them, big cities, just big box. Sometimes you got to get out of the box. You got to bust out the top. You got to cut that tape. Hop out.
Sometimes you just got to find out what's in the box.
You do. Sometimes there's notes in the box.
Sometimes there's nothing in the box.
Sometimes nothing at all. Or let's do a box unveiling and have microphones on the table, but have the microphones pointing the other way so we can't hear what they're saying. That was fun.
That's a way to really unbox the situation.
Terrible unboxing. Terrible. I would love a refund for that. Speaking of refunds, I hope everybody got their Bonnaroo refunds.
I got mine.
Did you?
Like, legit.
Yeah, we did.
Verizon, where we got to choose.
Yeah. I keep forgetting about that.
They reimbursed us our choice. They gave us our choice back. So if something else comes up, because when you make the first choice there and you get accepted, like, you've got a year or something before you can go again. Some amount of time, whether it was 6 months, a year, whatever.
Right.
Before you can enter yourself into trying to win another prize. So they gave it back to us. Now we've got it back. We still have the opportunity to win another prize.
I think that's a win.
So we're not out anything at all.
No. And I saw somebody got a refund for free. Let me rephrase that. They didn't pay for their ticket, and they still got money back. I don't know how it happened. I didn't read it. I read it, but I didn't go into it and read if they were trolling or whatever. I was like, how does that work? I just kept going. I was like, well, that's pretty neat. It was a disaster, and we'll talk about that just a little bit. We'll touch on it a little bit next segment to see what you guys think about the Bonnaroo text that everybody got. I don't know if you got one or if you signed up for it and what have you. So, but anyway, there's my Travis talk. Get out of the boxes. Point the microphones to where you're talking. You're listening to the Everyday Joe Show, brewed by the Common John Brewing Company here on 93.9 The Doug. All right, guys, welcome back to the Everyday Joe Show, brewed by the Common John Brewing Company here on 93.9 The Doug, episode 381. This guy right here, that's Tooth.
Do you have any more of these sodas in that box?
No, this box, I don't know what's in this box.
I'll be darned.
It could be sodas. Could be canned peaches. I don't know. Surprise. When we unveil it, we'll know. It's me, the Travis Reed, but that's Derek Clark right there, this guy here.
Tooth.
So, as we talked about before we went to break, if you signed up for your Bonnaroo text, and I did for weather updates when it started raining, I was like, I'm going to go ahead and sign up on this so they can tell me what's going on and this, that, and the other. So now they're sending you surveys. So I took they always send you a survey if you sign up at the end of Bonnaroo and you tell them your experience. It's got multiple choice questions. So I filled that out, and then yesterday, or today, one of the two, they sent another one, and it was like you could be part of the Bonnaroo board or whatever, honorary member, and answer these other questions. So one question, it said, hey, would you still be interested in going to Bonnaroo if the attendance was smaller, the lineup was the same, but the tickets were higher?
Do what?
Yes. Same amount of artists, so to speak, less attendees, less crowd, but your ticket would be higher.
No.
That was probably the dumbest question I have ever seen. Why would anybody say, yeah, I'd love to pay more money and have less people and have the... No. It's expensive enough as it is. It could be a souped-up wildcat, Jimmy.
Like a Tasmanian devil
You could
in
be.
there.
And then another one was like, would you go to Bonnaroo if it was in another city/state? No. Not for me personally because I live here. But a lot of people were talking on the one of the Facebook pages that the reason they go is because of the farm. That's what makes Bonnaroo, is where it's at. It's kind of in the ground there. Why would you go move it to a parking lot in Sheboygan or wherever? You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
That'd be dumb. And Hatfield makes a great point. Wish they'd have more events during the year. They absolutely should have more events out there during the year. That exit 111, yeah, it was cold and rainy, but dude, it was great. The Attitudes area was fantastic, even though it was cold and rainy. It will be like that for, I feel, like anything out there. So no, we're not moving Bonnaroo to another city or state. I'm not letting you. Sorry. Some of the questions made you feel like this does not bode well for Bonnaroo. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I expressed to Tooth after I took the survey. I was like, hey, man, the first thing he said was, sounds like Bonnaroo's done. What do you think? I'm like, man, it didn't sound good. And now I'm at the point where I'm like, if I miss one, because I've never missed one, I miss it. Oh, well. Because they're not giving me the warm fuzzies like they used to. It's not a like, oh, I can't wait. You know, I do have a little bit of FOMO for not going. But, you know, those questions were just, the only good question I did like, it said, what genre would you rather see more of? And it was like rock, indie rock, EDM, jam bands, and I picked rock. And the other one was like, do we need more or less EDM? And I hit no EDM at all. But it's not I know I was being funny, but yeah, it just kind of gave me the feeling like, this may not be good. You know, they may have boxed themselves into a hole where they can't get out of because of, you know, like poor decisions, poor planning, and the weather. They couldn't help the weather. That happens.
But they might, based on what you're saying, like I said, if it didn't end now, if they make the changes that they suggest in these surveys, I think that will be them on their way out, because I think it will change things. However, there are plenty of people that travel to other states for other festivals. I'm not one of those people. I've been to two other festivals. Two. One of which was to see one band. We went in to see the band, we left. And the other of which was the metal in Kentucky.
Mm. Yeah.
Louder Than Life.
Yeah, that was it. I don't know, man. It's sad. You know, and there's a lot of people like Hatfield. He's been all but one. And if he's not working for high school baseball and the Dusty Edom Foundation, he's not sure he'd be going. And a lot of locals are like that. And they're not going to think about that. Whether the locals are going or not, they're not going to care. They should. Because, you know, well, I'm not saying we allow it to happen here. But for the most part, we're pretty tolerant of it going on in our little bitty town. They bring this traveling circus with them. But I just didn't get, like I said, I didn't get the warm fuzzies about the questioning and how they were worded, and you know, it is what it is. They don't have any more. They don't. There's a festival in England. I think it's called it's like Glastonbury. Well, they do. Every 5 years they take a break, or every 4 or 5 years they'll do it. Take a break because it's farmland like over there. So they the one solid year, it's just farmland. Let it rest, and then boom, bring it back. Maybe that's not a bad idea to go. I'm not saying do it every other. I mean, that's a fine idea as well. But maybe take a year every 5 years, every 4 years, something like that. Take a year, regroup. Maybe it's not a bad idea. I don't know.
Implement some things that you might have learned over the last 4 years.
I feel like that may be the thing to do at this point, man. Is just kind of like, all right, let's restructure this because they've already went away from what Bonnaroo was.
100%. Just by not having clean vibes there, to me, you have changed everything.
I said the exact same thing, dude. It's not the same. And it's just trash pickup. But those people cared about the trash pickup. That's the thing. They cared about what you did. Like the first year they actually had Bonnaroo, when you drove in, they handed you garbage bags. Here's for your trash. Here's for your trash. They gave it to you, whether you were camping or not. And you walk by the camp, and I'm like, "Hey guys, you want this trash bag?" Yeah, man, that'd be great. Because I don't need it. I'm just a day walker out there. I'm not going out there and camping. But they don't do it. I agree on 100% on that, man. It's not the freaking same. But maybe they'll get their stuff right. I think it's cool to have that thing in this town.
I mean, not to box the ears of a dead horse, but
sometimes you do have to box the ears of a dead horse, and I'll get off my soapbox now and hey, what do you guys think? Chime in on the comments. Let us know. We'll read comments after if you're watching on replay as well.
Drop us a line in this box down here.
That's right, in that little chat box right there. What's up, Brandon? Yeah, we had to do early today. This week. Had to do early. Got a holiday coming up. Happy birthday, America. Come on with it.
America.
Yeah. That's right. Now time to celebrate America.
Or as the Brits call it, Trader's Day.
Trader's Day, yes. Big Al has a good point. He says his concern is the missed commerce for local businesses. And he's right. Even though some of these gas stations aren't locally owned, the people that work in there are local. You know what I mean? And some of them depend on getting those extra hours that week, and I understand that 100%. So that's a good point, Big Al. Good point. But maybe they'll get it figured out. But until then, we'll just be waiting with bated breath, sitting on some boxes on the street. So yeah, America's birthday, Friday. I get a 4-day weekend.
Travis will be posted up like a mailbox.
Man, what are you talking about? Just like a mailbox. I'll be able to open that mailbox without permission, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'd switched weekends with Ben for Bonnaroo. That didn't happen. So the way it fell, I got the 4-day weekend. I don't feel bad about it at all. I like it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Hey, man, America.
I get to work Saturday.
I know. I hate that, dude.
I love it.
You gonna get some stuff done, aren't you?
It's a good job. We're gonna get some stuff done.
I guarantee you.
We got some stuff done today.
Oh, we did, man. It's because me and you get stuff done. We had a good day. Greg Jones coming in there selling stuff.
You and Greg Jones held the.
That's right. Sam holding down the hose for it back there in the back. Shoot, man.
It was a good day, though.
It was, man. Really good day. All right, guys, take another break. We come back. We'll wrap this bad boy up. Call it a night. You're listening to the Everyday Joe Show, brewed by the Common John Brewing Company here on 93.9 The Duck. All right, guys, welcome back to the Everyday Joe Show, brewed by the Common John Brewing Company here on 93.9 The Duck, episode 381. That's Tooth. That's me, the Travis Reed. We're about to wrap this bad boy up. Going to get some of these Facebook Live comments here. Chad Hatfield, he said about Bonnaroo, money we made for baseball makes up about half of their budget this year. Doing some scrambling to make up those monies, and they're a bunch like us. So get ready for the donation request. You're right. That is one good thing that Bonnaroo does is allow the schools to go out there and work, and it allows for less fundraising they have to do, and it's a lot of pressure to make sure all the kids got uniforms and equipment, travel expenses, yada yada. A lot of that was lost this year, and I hate that for them because that's, say what you will, the band going out there, the ball teams going out there, Dusty them going out there, dude. That's a big chunk of change for all those organizations, and they missed out, and I hate that, I really do.
Travis,
Yeah, hon.
if you don't find the irony in the message that Brandon Morton just sent me, do you see it?
Hey, Tooth, I love you, boo.
Do you see the irony in that? Well, I'm going to tell you.
Tell me.
I love you too, Brandon. Thank you very much. What did I do several minutes back, right at the beginning of the show? What did I look at you and tell you that I was doing in the big group message?
Oh, you were telling the big group message that you love him.
I said, Travis, I hadn't seen anything go on in the big group message in a while, so I'm going to drop a line in here and let everybody know that I'm thinking of them and I love them.
Just some good positive vibes out there.
And we then talked about how I put things in the world and things happen and the coincidence. Is this not an example of
100%.
the same thing happening? Thank you, Brandon.
100%. It's Love Day here at the Everyday Joe Show, baby.
But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, see? I think you got powers, man.
Maybe I do. I don't know. I mean, we'll have to open the box and find out.
We'll have to open Tooth's box to find out. Should we Facebook Live it?
We should.
I think we should. Microphones pointed in where we can hear.
Absolutely.
God almighty. Oh, I hope everybody gets the irony of this episode.
The satire.
Yeah, the satire of this show. I hope they did. Been wanting to do it since it happened. So happy birthday, America! I hope everybody has a good 3-day weekend at least. Some of us have to work. I hate that.
I'm happy to do it.
But you're gonna have a good time on Friday, celebrating America's birthday. All the firecrackers. So good. I can't wait for the food, hon. I'm starving.
Well, you know, there's always a smorgasbord at my parents', and we plan to attend my parents'.
There's always a smorgasbord. Tooth, you're so ironic, it's ironic.
Don't you think?
It's like rain on a rainy day.
Wait a minute. That's what?
Yeah.
Hey, I heard you. I heard you.
Yeah, listen to me.
Yeah, I
It
hear
is.
you.
That's what she says. It's like rain on a rainy day.
It's like rain on your wedding day.
Same thing.
Okay. I like
If it's raining on your wedding day, it's a rainy day, so it's raining on a rainy day.
You're not wrong, Travis, and if you are, it doesn't matter because you'll never understand. You won't think outside that box.
No, I'm in my own box.
He'll die on this box.
That's right. I'll die on the box or. Oh man. Well, Tooth, man, that's a good show. Had fun.
I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, appreciate you showing up early tonight. We had to get this thing done. We got some vacation. Vacation day coming up.
I
Yes.
do want to just shout it out because yesterday was Bobby Bonilla Day.
Was.
I just want to make sure everybody remembers yesterday was Bobby Bonilla Day, and he's still got 10 years to go.
Yep, he's getting that $1.1 million.
Huh?
And Ryan Braun, a former slugger from the Milwaukee Brewers, just signed a deal to he still had a contract with the Brewers, even though he's retired or not playing or what have you. He just negotiated to get $1.8 million for the next 10 years. Good on you, Ryan Braun. Get that money, baby. Tooth, thanks for being here, hon.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, yes, you're. Who are you biting your eyes at?
The world.
The world. Well, did they blush?
No, but I just want them to know I was thinking about them.
All right, appreciate it, guys.
I holla.